What's going on, Nuevo League? So I just had the most interesting battle with the Elite Four Gateguard in Nuevo League. It was pretty much a really down to the wire match. I literally just got done with it. I was like, "What the heck is going on in this match?" So I won't really go into detail about what exactly happens in the match, but let's just say it was pretty off the chain, um, and it was really close. I will say that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this up. As you can see, Drunky or Dustin, the Elite Four's Gateguard in Nuevo League, has a pretty offensive team. He's using a Gorchomp, Rotom, which is going to be the pivot, Talonflame, which is always a freaking problem, the Mega Mawile, ouch, and Jolteon, special attacker, and then we got the Gyarados, which is going to be pretty threatening as well. I'm actually using my original Champions team that I was the champion with Nuevo, and I try to defend my crown, I should say, with when I was champion. Unfortunately, it did not happen. I was defeated by Chris. But I'm using this team again. It is slightly modified from back then because I got my Rotom Special Defender and my Umbreon, physical. Use my Ditto in place of like an Aegislash or whatever. I use my Volcarona Greninja, which has obviously been changed slightly as well due to auras releasing. And then I have a really special set for my Mega Lucario, which probably saved the day, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, let's go ahead and go into this match. Okay, so I actually knew that Dustin was probably going to lead off with his Gyarados here, so I went ahead and went into my Rotom. But I did make a mistake here. That was really stupid. It cost me here. I knew he was going to switch out. Like, it was pretty much obvious, but I went in for the Volt Switch. I got greedy and thought I can get the KO from right off the bat. I should have went for the Will-O-Wisp there just to get the, attack drop, because whatever he's going to switch into would have taken the attack drop. Instead, I go for the Will-O-Wisp against the Gorchomp. I do miss it. I was like, what the heck? And you notice that this match was a very unlucky match for me. He gets hacks all over the place. Major crits, and I never got any hacks. So anyway, he goes for the Dragon Claw here. It does about 25% to my Umbreon. I'm going to have leftovers, so I'm going to recover a little bit. He's going to go ahead and switch out here, fearing possibly the Foul Play or whatever, or the Toxic or whatever. Anyway, here's going to switch to his Mawile. Umbreon does not like Mawile in any type of way. I was already going for the Foul Play, though. So I pretty much, did some damage. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch out because there's no way I'm going to stand against a Mawile. I've been KO'd way too many times by Play Rough. And Umbreon simply cannot stand up against it. It doesn't matter how bulky he is. So anyway, I go into the Ditto here, my Generosity, and turn into Mawile to get the Intimidate drop. But I was really stupid here because originally the reason I went into this was because I forgot that the Mega Evolution happens after the switch. So I was going to try to switch it to the Mega Mawile and copy his stats or whatever, but it didn't matter anyway. The Intimidate did help here. I was able to survive, 15 health. But he did get the crit. So that's pretty much why I got dropped so low. And then I have the attack drop on top of that. So anyway, my Generosity is holding the red core. It's just going to push this Mega Mawile out. And it's going to get this Talonflame out of the field, which is really unfortunate for Mega Mawile. I was just like, you know what, screw it. Generosity's going to die here. I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything. I didn't want to switch out into anything and get the Flare Blitz to the face. So anyway, my Generosity is down. My Ditto is out of the picture. So that is happy days for him. Anyway, I go ahead and switch to my Rotom here. I know Talonflame can't do crap against Rotom. He pretty much walls Talonflame in pretty well. So he's going to switch back into his Gorchomp here because Gorchomp was doing damage to my Rotom here. And I went ahead and went for the safe play and used the rest. I was thinking about doing the Will-O-Wisp, but I decided not to get greedy, and I just went ahead and went for the rest here, just doing the safe play. Anyway, I got the Chesto Berry, so I am able to wake up immediately after. And I decided to go for another Will-O-Wisp here after the Dragon Claw hits me. He does get another crit. That's the second crit of this match, and it's just too much going on, man. So anyway, I just go ahead and go for the Will-O-Wisp here. Luckily, I did get it, because if I did not, I would have been in trouble. I would have been in some major trouble. And I didn't realize originally that his Gorchomp was Scarfed. So that becomes apparent later on in the match, like at the very end. But his Gorchomp was Scarfed this whole time, so that's why he keeps using Dragon Claw over and over again. But Umbreon comes out, takes this like a boss. Gorshaw's burned. He does not really want to do anything drastic, at least. So he's going to go ahead and switch out, fearing obviously the foul play. I go for the foul play here. I'm going to hit Gyarados for some major damage. The reason I went for foul play because I thought he's going to switch back to his Mega Mawile, and I want to do as much damage on that thing as possible to make it easy to kill later on. Anyway, he does go for the Gyarados here. That's perfectly fine. I was like, fine, I'm going to switch out because I don't want to get attacked by this Gyarados when I know for certain that my Rotom is going to take anything this Gyarados can throw at it. Like anything. Earthquake, it levitates. So, Fishy's going to go ahead and go for the Ice Fang here. I'm glad I did not get a Flinch Hacks or a Freeze Hacks. I go ahead and go for the Will-O-Wisp, just making another safe play here. I wanted to go for the Rest, but I decided that was a really dumb decision because if I went for the Rest, he was going to go ahead and just KO me next turn. Or not KO me, but he's going to go ahead and switch out, and then it would have just been a problem. Anyway, he goes for the Waterfall here after the burn is healed by the Lumberry, which is, it wasn't that big a deal, but I was just like, that really sucks that he had Lumberry, which most do carry that. Because I really wanted Rotom to rest up and heal. Anyway, so I'm like, you know what, screw this. I'm going to the Greninja. I'm going to go ahead and use my Ice Beam ability to take out this Fishy, just to be safe, just in case he switched into anything. Nothing on his team wants to take an Ice Beam from a Greninja. Anyway, here he's going to switch out to his Rotom. I believe his Rotom was special attack because it just does an insane amount of damage. I switched to my Volcarona here because my Volcarona is specially invested, so I'm going to go ahead and switch into this guy. Absorb this Volt switch pretty well. And he's going to go ahead and switch to his Talonflame, which obviously is going to threaten my Volcarona. I'm not going to be able to stay against this guy at all. I'm terrified for my life right now, so I just switch out my Volcarona. I didn't want to do this, but I had to switch to my Umbreon because I had nothing that could take the Brave Bird straight to the face and survive. Well, anything that I want to switch into, I should say. Oh wait, Umbreon takes this like a man, or a lesser man, I should say, because he did not take it too well. I was hoping that I would be able to survive this next Brave Bird here and be able to use Moonlight to heal up, and then I could start getting a little bit of damage off of Foul Play, Toxic, whatever I want to go with here. But he's going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird here again, and it's going to actually KO my Umbreon, which leads me to believe that he is fully attack invested. Anyway, this is when I switched to my Mega Lucario. My Mega Lucario is a special set. It is really weird, the EV spread on this guy. But I specifically made him just to be able to take a Brave Bird straight to the face from a Talonflame with max attack. And that's exactly what he does here. So Lucario is going to devour this Brave Bird. It's an insane amount of attack. And I'm going to hit this guy with a Rock Tomb of all attacks. Rock Tomb being so that I can slow down any opponent. Because obviously I had to take out, you know, some speed EVs to increase my defensive EVs. So I need this Rock Tomb to slow down threats against Lucario if I'm not running like a web user. Anyway, Boat V3 is going to come out and go ahead for Thunderbolt. I knew he was going to outspeed me, obviously, because he is a Jolteon. Doesn't matter if I was fully maxed out with my speed EVs. He's a Jolteon. He's going to outspeed me. So I went ahead and went to the Vacuum Wave, got about half down. Here I'm going to switch to my Volcarona. Right here, I took Thunderbolt decently well. I knew that I needed to use my Quiver Dance to actually be able to threaten this guy. So I went ahead and went for my Quiver Dance. I wasn't sure if I was going to outspeed based on my stats, but I did outspeed after one Quiver Dance, which was nice. Went ahead and go for the Roost. The only thing I was fearing at this point was either crits, because he had been getting a lot of crits in this match, or a paralysis hack. So I was just pretty much fearing any type of hacks at this point. Like, scared out of my mind. And I would have stalled him out until his Life Orb ran out, but I decided that was a really stupid idea. That I was going to start boosting up with my Quiver Dances. Anyway, once I got to this amount of health, I just went ahead and went for the Flamethrower this turn to be able to kill this Jolteon. I was hoping that he wouldn't switch into his Rotom, but he actually goes ahead and switches to his Rotom next turn. Anyway, now that Rotom's out on the field, I just went ahead and went for my Bug Buzz. And I can tell he's especially defensively invested because he wouldn't have taken that Bug Buzz and survived. But it seems like he's also especially attack invested, or No, he got the crit here, and that's why I thought that. I was like, that's an insane amount of damage. I should have been able to survive that. But the crit is what mattered there, and it did kill my Valcorona because I would have survived. Barely, but I would have survived that. Anyway, I was pretty mad at this point. I'm like, that's 3 crits in a match, and I haven't gotten any type of hacks. So I just go ahead and went into my Greninja, and I went for the gunk shot here, being able to KO the Rotom. Greninja is my last Pokemon, by the way, in this match, and he has 2 Pokemon at this point. Mega Mawile, which obviously I was a little bit afraid of because it did carry Sucker Punch, which I found out by using Ditto. But he doesn't go for the Sucker Punch here, and I go for the Scald, which is able to knock off this Mega Mawile. With Mega Mawile down, I was like, oh, the threat has been lifted. But then I realized that the Garchomp was Scarf. But luckily, I burned him earlier in the match, and that is what saved me here, because otherwise I most likely would have been KO'd by this guy. So anyway, now that I found out he's Scarfed, he's burned, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and go for Ice Beam and finish him off. Anyway, with that, I am able to win this match and take the victory from Drunky, or Dustin, the Elite Four's Gateguard. And this was a really intense match. I was actually surprised how well he did against his team. It was really fun. I'm glad that we had this battle. Thanks for letting me record this and showcase on the YouTube. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, share this, comment below if you like this type of video and want to see more. Just let me know. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again.